WERW, Real College Radio.
So I'll start things off. Welcome to Syracuse, guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
How's it been so far? You've been here for, what, a day?
I've been here for about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow. So tell us a little bit about what it's been like the first 45 minutes being here.
It's amazing.
So lonely. It's a little cold, a little lonely. No, it's been awesome, man. We just got to see the field. That was crazy. THX went out for some passes. Dropped all of them. I'll bring it up right now. So, yeah, it's dope, man. I'm just excited to perform.
So what's it like doing a college show with some big names and a huge campus?
Oh, it's dope. It's an honor, actually, to be on the same stage with such big stars and kind of let you know what these guys might be one day.
We're on the same stage with two big stars every night, buddy.
No!
Hey, sorry, I might need to steal him. They want us to do a line check.
All right, cool.
All right, bro.
We'll answer for you. Don't worry about it.
It's all right. You guys know my answers.
Josh, you want to kill that TV box?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Nice hat, by the way. I got you.
I feel.
I feel like you just drank my liquor.
No, it's mine.
It's all right, though.
Have fun.
It's about 50.
All right, see y'all.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thanks.
Come around.
Hey, dude, see
Hey, we got you. You're right here, dude. You're right here with us.
Yeah.
Don't suck, man.
Don't sleep in the wet spot, man.
Okay.
Dude.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So give us a little insight behind the name change. What was the reason behind that?
You want to tell us?
The freshman was obviously what we came together as, but there's some legal issues with it. There's another group from the 50s that was still operating under the freshmen. And then over the course of the years, we started this group in 2009. Over the course of the years, at least 30 to, you all right there, buddy?
Oh, great.
You good? You still conscious?
What's up with that
Making
TV, dude?
Like 30 or 40 other rap groups just became the freshmen. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a you know, rocket science to come up with some name like that. So anyway, so the legal issues were probably more the reason why we had to change it.
Well, that too, and I think we just kind of, like, we've always prided ourselves on doing stuff differently than everybody else, and so once we saw, you know, 50 different freshmen, it was just kind of like, all right, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, really, to have to change the name. Like, the legal stuff is what kind of made us have to change it, but then in retrospect, it's like, good thing it did, because go find another Drop City Yacht Club. You can't. They don't exist.
Where does Drop City Yacht Club come from?
Drop City was one of the first hippie communities on the West Coast. It
Okay.
started like by people that before they even called themselves hippies, and it was just full of acid droppers, artists,
Drop
musicians. Yeah, so that's where that kind of describes the edgy part of this group, you know. And then the Yacht Club. You can tell about the Yacht Club.
Well, the Yacht Club is somewhere that we're never going to belong to, and so we've just come to, you know, we want to bring Drop City to the Yacht Club. Like, it's kind of ratchet, but then it's kind of like classy at the same time, which is not anything what we are.
Classy ratchet.
I think we're a little bit more ratchet than classy.
Classy.
But yeah, no, we just like musically, like we've always taken the things that aren't supposed to fit together, but somehow they just fit together, and so that was like Drop City is the diametric opposite of the Yacht Club, and so we just made a sandwich out of those things, and it's delicious. You should try it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good job, dude.
And I know you guys have been working on your first full-length as Drop City Yacht Club. How has that process been going for you guys?
It's natural, really, like, because we produce and write all of our own stuff, so we've always been really creative as far as, like, output of music has been concerned. Like, it's not like, okay, guys, go to work and start working on an album. We just continuously work on music all the time, so it hasn't really been any different. Like, I have a studio in my backpack. THX has a studio in his backpack, so even when we're on the road, like, we're constantly making stuff. Like, we have probably 2 albums worth of material, so now, and we're going to keep going until they tell us that we can't make any more stuff, and then from there we'll just kind of like pick and choose and then put mixtapes out and do all that stuff.
Crickets with Jeremiah, sorry.
I was just saying that's awesome.
Shout out to Jeremiah. He's actually under that table.
He is under that table. What's up, buddy? What's up, little guy?
How did that come about?
I mean, it's a song about getting rejected. Guys getting dissed. I mean, I think guys, have you guys ever been rejected? We have.
I have.
Not once.
No, we were just in the studio vibing out. We were trying to figure out a way to approach. We had done a lot of records about chicks, and we were trying to figure out a way to approach a record differently. And I think, like I said, that rejection is something that everybody can relate to. The girls can relate to it because y'all do it all the time. The guys can relate to it because we get rejected all the time. So,
yeah.
Well, he doesn't, but THX does.
Yeah, THX gets it
All the time.
But yeah, no, we were just messing around. Like, it kind of started as like a little. It wasn't. I don't want to say a joke because I don't want to like. It's a good song, so I don't want to like downplay it. But we were just messing around. Like, what's the flip side of a love song, and like when everything goes wrong, and that was pretty much crickets, like swing and a miss. I had to do some research, you know, what it might feel like to get rejected. So, you know, it was tough. Nah, everybody's been through it, and that's pretty much where it started. And like that's who we are as a group. Like we don't have a problem like kind of poking fun at ourselves and like taking a subject that might be really serious and then just kind of like spinning it and making it a little bit more humorous and human.
And we wanted to do something that had more of like, cause our whole style is real retro, like kind of 60s mashed together with today's hip hop or today's pop or whatever. And we just wanted to do something because we hadn't touched like the Motown, soulful, old Michael Jackson or Marvin Gaye type of music. So we wanted to create something like that. And that's how it came about.
It was really just a foolproof plan. Like we knew if the song was successful, then we wouldn't get dissed anymore. So basically, it was like reverse engineering. Yeah, like we reverse engineered it so that way. Now we won't get this anymore. But I had a thought the other day, like maybe a girl will be like, well, I want to inspire Crickets Part 2. So then they're just going to keep going with it.
Well, I did get this last night 3 times.
Yeah, you did.
So.
Holy cow, that was bad.
So the title of Crickets kind of plays into like the whole awkwardness of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the silence. All you can hear is the crickets.
Yeah, I was.
Can you tell us about your tattoo?
Which one?
This whole thing.
This is Buddy Holly.
Oh, this whole thing?
No, this is, well, I know there's a bunch of different ones. This is Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly is one of my, like, he's probably one of the reasons why I started making music. He's a 50s artist. He died in a plane crash in 1959. This is Marilyn Monroe. It's really just this is Dreaming California on the back end there. It's just really like kind of like an ode to old 50s California, 50s rock and stuff like that. It's nothing amazing. But thank you.
That's great.
So knowing that you have that 50s flair to what you guys produce, why do you think that you're a little bit different than most artists today? What makes your music stand out to people?
THX's face, probably. I would say his face.
His face is
amazing. That's what separates us.
He's got an amazing face.
Well, I think it's because we, you know, at the core we're a hip hop group, but we've always prided ourselves on like making songs. Like the song is always more important than any like particular verse. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna get on here and just out rap the song. And I think that's like something that happens often in hip hop music, where it's like the verse, you know, somebody tries to like, it's all about like, oh, I gotta have a dope verse. But really for us, because we're kind of borrowing from the 60s, 50s, 60s pop model, like the song is the most important thing. And so through the process, we've kind of become songwriters as opposed to like just rappers or producers. And so I think that, along with the like desire to continuously shake it up a little bit and try to stay ahead of what's going on, which is case in point, like with the Freshmen, when we first started the Freshmen, there was nothing like it. And not to like, you know, not to sound conceited or anything, like that was the whole idea when we started the group, was that we wanted to do something that wasn't happening. And so we were trying to see into our own future, like what's going to be dope 3 years from now. It wasn't like what's fresh right now. And that's why we never chased what was going on currently, and we still don't. We never even sat down like, hey, let's make some hit records. It was like, I like this, THX, you know, I like that. And we did us, really. Like, it wasn't ever a formula to be like, oh, let's make some hit records or let's chase pop. It was never that. And so it allowed us the freedom to kind of break out of the box a little bit, because we made our own box. Not break out of the box, we're just making our own box, and I think that's what's going to continue to.
You guys are all in that box right now, by the way.
It's a beautiful box. You guys all look really good in this box.
Yes, it's an amazing box.
It's really warm in this box.
But we also like, because him and I were talking about this the other day. What we did, because we grew up like super hip hop, like, you know, Wu-Tang, Outkast, like the super hip hop kids. So we were trying to figure out a way, like why, you know, 6-7 years into making music, hasn't anybody like noticed us on a national scale? So we tried to figure out what nobody was doing in hip hop at the time, and that was, except for maybe Outkast, was taking like real rap lyrics and putting big pop hooks behind it. So it wasn't being stuck in an urban format or in a rhythmic format. It had the chance to go top 40 pop. So that's pretty much what we got together. And plus we just meshed the retro. And when we did it, there was no CeeLo, what's the record? Fuck You or Forget You or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
There wasn't any records like that.
There was no B.O.B. There was no like, you know, forward thinking, like, well, not to say there was no forward thinking, but like as far as like exposed hip hop, it was all kind of just straight down the middle. You know,
Not even like there wasn't even any Far East movement, Rocketeer joints. Like,
Nah.
there was no like rap with big pop hooks. So not to say that I mean we're not geniuses. Not to say that somebody wasn't already creating it. You know what I'm saying? That it's just. But that's the lane that we went in and it worked.
But that's what hip hop is like, really, just, you know, because we're kind of music historians. Like, all of us are really like into the history of music and stuff. And like, hip hop historically is borrowed from different, you know, genres of music, be it jazz or blues or rock and roll or whatever. And like, it felt like the 50s and the 60s were kind of left out of that melting pot. And so, in the spirit of hip hop, it was like, well, this is what we were kind of raised on, because that was the commonality between all of us besides hip hop, was like 50s and 60s rock, because our parents pretty much raised us on that. And so we wanted to make sure that we brought that into the melting pot of hip hop, because it had always been, you know, Motown, people have been sampling Motown and like jazz and soul and funk forever in hip hop, but that particular genre of music and style of music was kind of left out. And if you think about it, like the Beach Boys, who is probably one of our biggest influences, they were like a hip-hop group. Like, their content was girls, cars, fun, sun. Like, you can make a hip-hop song out of the stuff that they were talking about. And so, in our opinion, they deserved a place in this, like, you know, cornucopia of...
Dude, that was amazing work.
Thanks, man.
If you guys could collaborate with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive? Man, that's a tough
that
one.
changes the whole game for me.
Can we do dead and alive?
Okay, dead and alive.
For me, dead would be...
Buddy Holly.
No, I don't know. Like, right now, it would be Jim Morrison from the Doors.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jim Morrison.
Dead, for me, would probably be Jay Dilla.
He's a big Jay Dilla fan. Wait, can we just keep going on this dead thing?
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. Alive?
Tupac?
Pharrell for me. It would probably be Pharrell.
Oh, Alive?
Yeah, Alive for me is Pharrell.
Andre 3000 Alive. Yeah.
3000 too.
In fact, we want to get him on this cricket remix, so you guys
Stacks,
get to the
listen,
internet
bro.
now and hit him up on Twitter.
Have you guys ever been like celebrity show? Like, what's the word for it? Like show?
Oh, he has.
Yeah. Who did you guys meet that you felt?
Chad. I saw Chad Hugo from the Neptunes at South by Southwest and fanboyed out to the point to where, like, I'm still trying to get some dignity back.
I mean, nah, he flipped out. I was like, dude, you alright? I was like, dude, I was patting him on his back, like, man, you're good, dude. He couldn't even talk.
But it was dope because he was just chilling. Like, he wasn't even really, like, tripping the fact that he was Chad from, because I don't know if a bunch of people know who Chad is, but Chad is like that dude is the brainchild of the Neptunes. No diss to Pharrell, but he was just outside smoking a cigarette, and we walked by, and I'm like, but you, and then these guys started making fun of me, and then we had to leave, and it was a sad day.
You didn't get a picture?
I didn't, no. No, I didn't.
Have you guys ever been on the other side of the equation when a fan comes up to you?
Yeah.
I'm just completely fangirled out or
I
fanboyed
have.
out.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
I mean, I think a couple different shows.
It happened recently. I was eating sushi in our hometown, just doing because you don't really realize like what's going on, you know, and like we're just pretty normal dudes to begin with. But so I was eating sushi, and out of nowhere there was like a table of kids, and then one of them like got the courage to come walk over and was like, "Are you from City Yacht Club?" And I was like, "Nah, no." And they're like, "No, dude, this is you right here." And they had like the iTunes thing, and they're like, "Yeah, see the tattoos? And the glasses? That's you." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's me." They're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I live here. Fool. What are you doing here?" And then we told them that the record was recorded like 2 blocks away, and they kind of freaked out a little bit. And then we were taking pictures, and then everybody was there like, "This guy a baseball player? What does this dude do?" But it's happened a little bit more.
I think it happened to me at the airport in LA recently. Yeah, with the picture I sent you.
Yeah.
I was at the bar at the airport talking to some people, and then all of a sudden there was like 7 little young girls like right behind me, and they're like, "Can we take pictures with you?" And I said, "Yeah."
How does that feel like? Do you feel
weird.
like, wow, we're doing well?
Well, it only lasted 3 seconds because we took a picture, and then they see what was that little skater I told
Ryan
you?
Shackley?
And then they see Ryan Shackley. I was like, "Damn!" Hey.
But after shows though, it's crazy. Like we just recently did a show in San Antonio, and we had like our first like mob experience where we kind of tried to sneak out the gate, and that didn't work out so well. And then it was like I don't know. That was crazy.
We soak it up though. I mean, honestly, like we're probably gonna end up getting hurt one of these days.
Yeah.
End up in the middle. We'll probably go out here after we're done performing and just mess around.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid decision.
How do you guys interact with your fans? Like when you're not.
We just punch them in the face.
There you go.
We walk down the street and if they recognize us, we just punch them in the face.
Yeah. We should start belittling them and then we
Now, what do you mean if we're not?
Like if you're not touring, you're not playing a show or something. Do you have a social media or anything along that?
Yeah, we get all their addresses and we show up at their house. We're there before they get there.
Send them postcards.
Like,
Go
hey,
home,
hit me up
rearrange
on
their
Twitter.
furniture for them. No, yeah, usually like Instagram and.
We actually interact pretty good. Like him and I will go on Instagram and go through all the DCYC or the Drop City Yacht Club. What do you call that? Hashtags, and we'll go comment on everybody's pictures that they put up and just let them know that we're watching. I mean, there's no better feeling. I mean, honestly, if you were to comment on like your favorite like band's thing, and then they came back and were like, and you saw it, you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's cool, man.
Celebrity crushes.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Celebrity crushes. Go ahead, dude. I had to revamp mine was Mila Kunis, and then I saw some pictures of her, and I was like, whoa.
Well, I've had the same celebrity crush since I was 2 years old. So
Okay.
Alyssa Milano.
Oh, interesting.
Totally fair.
Now I gotta think, dude. It was Alicia Keys, and then she got married.
So you can't have a crush on her anymore?
No.
Now his crush is on Swizz.
He's
Married
not
girls
home.
aren't cool.
He's not home.
It was Amy Winehouse, and it probably will always be Amy Winehouse. So, going with that. Is that weird? 'Cause she's not here anymore?
Not really.
No, not at all.
Not really.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Amy Winehouse. And you, dude.
I knew you were going to say mine was THX.
Yeah, definitely you. Yeah.
Any more questions?
You think you guys could give our radio station a shout out?
Nope, interview's over. Let's go. Yeah, of course.
WERW?
WERW?
Yeah,
Just that's it? WERW?
Yeah, no, so you can say, this is Drop City Yacht Club. You're listening to
I mean, does it
WERW.
have like a name? Is it like
Is there a name for the show?
Radio or something?
Syracuse
No?
Orange Radio?
Real College Radio is our
Real
tagline.
College Radio?
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
do Real College Radio. You're going to do
WERW.
WERW. Yeah.
So we'll just do What's Up, this Drop City Yacht Club you're
Absolutely.
listening to.
Yep.
And you can say Real College Radio, and I'll say WERW. WERW?
Yes.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
What's up? This is Drop City Yacht Club. You're listening to Real College Radio.
WERW. We're too far away. Let's do it one time. 1, 2, 3.
What's up? This is Drop City Yacht Club. And you're listening to Real College Radio.
WERW. Turn it up.
That was great.
It's the best one we've had so far.
was born. It's right behind that curtain.
What's up? This is Drop City Yacht Club.
Thanks, guys.
I feel you guys practiced that before.
Oh, dude, we do. That's all we got to do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
WERW, Real College Radio.